Hey guys, welcome back to Naturopathic Medicine for Life. So for today's video, I thought it'd be cool to talk about what you can expect when going into your visit with an ND, and how that differs from when you go to your regular old MD. If you've been to a naturopathic doctor before, you know how long the initial visit can take. It can last anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. While at a doctor's appointment, you may only be with the doctor for 10 to 15 minutes max until he boots you out. But why is this like this? Well, like I've mentioned in my other videos, a lot of it has to do with that holistic component. With a medical doctor, he or she asks you what seems to be bothering you. You tell them that you have some type of cold or flu. He or she asks you a couple of other questions and probably tells you to get some rest, take some Tylenol, and maybe order more tests to be done on you. And voila, you're on your way. Simple and easy. It's almost like going to get your car washed, only with a ton more benefits. With an ND though, it's much more complex. It's like solving a puzzle for us, rather than simply finding one piece, sticking it in where it goes, and calling it a day. And that's not to demean medical doctors in any way, I'm just pointing out the differences in both professions. When you come in with a cough, first thing we'll do is get your informed consent, even before we start the initial intake. Then we'll ask all the basics, but we'll also ask you if you're experiencing any accompanying symptoms, like ear pain, changes in your vision, if you've recently taken antibiotics, and so on. Then we'll move on to your head and ask if you're experiencing any pain with headaches and the sort. We might even move down to the urinary aspect and ask if it stings or hurts when you urinate. Now, we really want to dive deeper into that cough of yours, so we'll ask such questions like, when does the cough feel better? Is it the morning, afternoon, or evening? And when does the cough feel worse? We're trying to get as specific as possible here, so that what we're looking for is a specific time frame. Also, we want to find out about what aggravates the cough and what makes it better. It could be some type of food or a drink, or maybe it's an activity. After this, then we address the mental and emotional stuff, where we ask what your stress levels are and how well your home life is. Do you regularly go out with friends, or are you more of a homebody? We could also ask what events led up to that cough. Was it something traumatic that you had to experience, or was there something more? There'll also be some questions about your libido and your past history with this cough and any similar symptoms. Topic of medications would come up too, because that also affects the vis, which we talked about in an earlier video. After this, we'll do a thorough physical examination with you, where we take your blood pressure, measure your heart rate, your weight, your gait, and your breathing rate, and any other relevant tests that would better understand that chronic cough you're dealing with. When we've finished both our initial assessment and your physicals, only if it pertains to your set of symptoms, we'll ask to get some blood tests done and get some urine samples from you. With the blood test now, one of the biggest differences that I found is that MDs will only require a few tests, while NDs will try to incorporate as many as possible. This is not because NDs want to charge you more or anything for your visit, it's just because we want to see the bigger picture of everything. Like, I'll give you an example. I was seeing an ND for my alopecia condition, and I was asked to get a lot of blood tests done. Because I was tight on money at the time, I only got a few of those performed on me. But the drawback for this was that the ND wasn't really able to hone in on my condition. Everything the blood test showed seemed to appear normal. But when I finally decided to do more tests, that's when some abnormalities started to appear, and we were able to figure out what was triggering my condition. Like I said, we NDs will never ask you to spend more than you can afford, and whatever you can't do right now, we'll find ways to work around it. I know just by talking about what we do for intakes doesn't really do the profession of naturopathic medicine any justice, because it's something you have to experience firsthand. I also know the pricing of NDs is something that causes a lot of aversion to, and God willing, our treatments get covered by insurance in the future, so we're able to widen our scope of practice too. But let me know what you think. Comment down below if you've been to an ND before and what your experience was like. Once again, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you guys for doing that. If you like this video and want to see more, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. And don't forget to be well, be safe, and be healthy.